All right, so this is for lesson 11, cool down called modeling behavior. Now, sometimes data suggest an exponential relationship. For example, this table shows the bounce heights of a certain ball. We can see that the height decreases with each bounce. To find out what fraction of the height remains after each bounce, we can divide two consecutive values. So to find the fraction that's left, also known as the decay factor, you're going to take each of these numbers and divide by the previous one. So 61 over 95, that's about 0.642. 39 divided by 61, it's going to be about 0.639, and then 26 divided by 39 is 0.667. So looking at this, all these quotients are close to, my number's missing, I think 2/3 is what it meant. They're all pretty close to 2/3. So this suggests that there is an exponential relationship between the number of bounces and the height of the bounce, and the height is decreasing with a factor of about 2/3 for each successive bounce. Yeah, it is 2/3. All right. Based on the data in the table, we can calculate a decay factor. To write an equation, we also need to find the starting value. Well, if we know that our growth or decay factor is 2/3, all we have to do is take a point that we know and divide by 2/3. So the very first one was 95. If you take 95 divided by 2/3, you get 142.5, and that's where our equation comes from. The graph shows both the points from the data and the points generated by the equation, which can give us new insights. For example, the height from which the ball was dropped is not given, but can be estimated from the graph. We can also see that it'll take 7 bounces before the rebound height is less than 10 centimeters. This is a skill you're going to need to know for your test. You're going to need to be able to look at a table. You're going to need to be able to calculate the ratios from one to the next, take a term divided by the previous one, and plug all that into an equation. So, cool down. Hey, this is exactly what I just said you're going to need to do on an assessment. You need to calculate the decay rate, decay factor, what you're multiplying by, some sort of fraction perhaps, and use that to work backwards to divide instead of multiply and find the initial height. Let me know if you have any questions.